Açılış konuşmasını yapmak üzere İsviçre Büyükelçisi Sayın Walter Haffner'ın teşriflerini arz ediyorum.
Dear Don Taschkent, Chairman of the Swiss Chamber of Commerce in Turkey, Your Highness Prince Rudolf from Liechtenstein, dear friends from the Technopark, dear Monica, Consul General of Switzerland. When I read the title of today's event, Can Family Business Innovate, I was asking myself, do these two concepts really match? Do they go well together, the family and innovation? Because traditionally, a family is a structure that is more fond of passing on traditions from one generation to another than I would say than having innovation introduced all the time. Because innovation also bears the risk of losing traditions and of losing what you have. But of course, I'm wrong, because we all know, and we will hear more about it today, that one of the strong points of Swiss small enterprises, family businesses, is exactly innovation. So maybe I'm the wrong person to talk about innovation to you. I'm a civil servant for something like a quarter of a century now, and as you can imagine, the concept of innovation doesn't come automatically and naturally to civil servants. We function in a different way. An administration, a state administration, is not a private business. We are not competing in the free market. We don't have to be innovative in order to survive. There is no competing parallel administration, even though I heard that in some states there is rumors that there are things like a parallel state. Typically, the workplace philosophy of an administration is following two principles or guidelines. One is we have always done it like this, and the other is we never did it like that. Innovation as a concept, you can easily understand based on these two principles, is not naturally embraced by civil servants. Maybe not only because they are lazy 8-to-5 characters who don't want to be disturbed in their daily routine. I think it also has to do with the customers of a civil administration, with the people living in a state, because they don't expect an administration to change all the time. They want it at least on the surface, where they get in touch with the administration, to be reliable and to function like it always functioned. Nonetheless, in my 28 years as a civil servant, I have seen a couple of innovative systems being introduced in my ministry. Other than being new and computer-based, many of them soon proved to be more complicated, and at the end of the day, which because of the new system would be later than 5 o'clock, they proved to be less efficient than the systems they had replaced. Maybe administrations should think about what Lee Iacocca said. He said, unless you are number one, you have to innovate. Now, if you apply this to an administration is already number one in a state. So maybe we should stay away from innovation. When it comes to private business, however, we all know and we agree that innovation is needed, is badly needed. And the role of the state in this is to provide an environment where innovation can grow and can be implemented. Too many rules and regulations are certainly not helping in this context. Jürgen Rüttgers, the former Prime Minister of North Rhine-Westphalia, once said that Steve Jobs could not have invented Apple in Germany, for the simple reason that the German construction law is not allowing windows in garages. If we want to be innovative, we have to remove obstacles that prevent innovation. Some of these obstacles are not in construction laws, in rules and regulations. Some of the obstacles, I think, are in our heads. We have to embrace people and give them a good environment that have ideas and imagination that are sometimes out of the ordinary. We have to be open for unconventional thinking, because it happens to be that many innovations come from people whose thinking and reasoning is precisely unreasonable. We should believe in the power of innovations and inventions. That's where it all starts. When the carburation engine was invented, someone said that this, meaning a car, with a carburation engine will never work because people will refuse to sit on an explosion. And yet it worked. Everybody, all of us, today we are sitting on an explosion every day. In a similar way, Lord Kelvin, the former president of the Royal Society, said in 1897, radio has no future. Not only did it have a bright future, it even survived the next technical innovation, the television. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that Swiss and Turkish business trust in innovation and trust in the power of innovation, because only that lets them survive and lets them go forward into the future. I thank the Swiss Chamber of Commerce for organizing today's event, and I'm very curious myself what we will hear, and I wish you all a very interesting day. Thank you.